हाँ सुमित सर, मैं
हाँ हाँ।
इसलिए फोन नहीं उठाया, मैं बोला मैं भूल गया, दीप शंकर आया है, बात कर रहा था, भूल गया।
ओके ओके, कोई नहीं।
नहीं नहीं, है यहाँ पे।
हम्म।
तो बोलना स्टूडेंट है।
Sir,
Yes, tell me.
sir, can you please check my file, the overlay file I have sent, Sharmik Chatterjee? Can you please tell me what to improve to make it more better way?
어떻게 오래간 거야?
Okay, this is your file. Who is
Yes, sir.
crossing?
Yes, sir. This is my file.
Okay. Okay. Oh, yes, sir. Okay, you want to understand this? Okay. Virtual environment setup, NAT. This is your computer system, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. In the Kali Linux, I have first set the network as
Yes,
Rishikesh
everyone,
sir was
if you
telling
want
this.
to write, then you write your screen. Okay. Do not copy from internet and write down. Okay. Now it's good that you are doing in your system. Okay. Packet capture the virus. Okay. Did you capture packet? Yes. Packet.csv. Good. Okay. Mhm. But where you have do the stuff that we have discussed about first how to build our machine learning model, okay, using this data set, or you may download a similar kind of data set. You try to compare both because this time you cannot generate sufficient data set by your own. Already researcher has performed this kind of simulation, and they have lots of data set like 20, 20 lakhs or something rows. Okay. Try to download that also. And here the missing is after that, after showing this, okay, after showing this, uh, you have to perform with the existing one and then compare with this model, okay, that you are trying to show.
Sir, the left one, left side is the actual model that I have collected from the data set from the Kaggle, and the right, the right side is the data set that gives the 100% accuracy that I have collected from the Kaggle, and the left side is my model which gives 86.6 around accuracy percentage.
Okay, but did you mention the data set?
Sir, I have shared the Colab file at the
Okay,
top.
okay, okay, okay. Then it's good, but 100%, I deliver a lecture where if you have 100%, then you have to check, recheck. Okay.
Yes,
Then
sir.
you have to perform that thing that we talk about. It may be about overfitting data set. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You have to check that, and then after you perform some data transformation kind of things. Okay, that we have learned. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And now you learn in the first session that use text pre-processing text kind of algorithm that we are going to learn also. And you may convert it to image and image kind of algorithm and then compare among them.
Okay, sir.
Okay. This is the
Yes, sir.
thing. And then after we will plan that what kind of technical stuff we will go for publication. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and related work is also missing. No related work is very important that I told you. Go for Google Research Scholar or any other site and find out some related documents. Suppose this is neural insight traffic, then you may find this. Okay, over Google Scholar, I told you. Okay, or you may go for another site if you know. Okay. And here you find so that you can understand that what kind of research is going on. Okay, now you see, can you see?
Yes,
Is a
sir.
2024. Okay, download
Yes,
it,
sir.
read it, what is there, how they are going to compare, and then compare their result with your result. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Or if you want to suppose this is highly cited paper, okay, you may go
Yes,
there and you can also click here to find out different paper that cited this paper. Okay, then you
yes, sir.
can find out this much of paper has already explained about this paper, and you must include this citation in your overlay file. As I told you, bibtex is there.
Yes, sir.
Copy,
Yes.
copy it. Everything I also already mentioned. Okay, do this thing. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now only 51 students join. Now, up to this point, we know that if we have data set, okay, then we can build some machine learning model. Okay, but either image kind of data set, text kind of data set, or tabular kind of data set, you can build a machine learning model according to your choice, what kind of model, what kind of algorithm you want to use. Okay. But see, the problem is uh, you have less data set. Okay, you do not have lots of data sets so that your machine learning will be more effective. For that reason, lots of companies are there. Okay, who try to build a model. Okay, with a huge number of data sets, huge number of parameters, or suppose you have text kind of data set and you want to use a LLM kind of model, large language model. Okay, what happens in large model language? Okay, large language model, you can it can generate lots of labels in the suppose one sentence is there and they can generate lots of sentences. Okay, to keep the target variable different target variable. And in this case, you can generate some millions, trillions of parameters. Okay. Uh, and it's very difficult to train on our system. Our resources is very less. Okay. And also generative AI, they generate, they artificially, they generate a different kind of image. Okay. Or text, what you want to do. But they have to pre-train. It means companies already build after training lots of data set that we cannot do. Okay. But the positive thing that the companies after training the models, they provide the models for research purpose. Okay, you can do some research on that, you can use that model, and of course if you want to use that model in your organization, you have to pay, you have to subscribe. But our academic purpose, they provide, and we can use it efficiently. To more details, what is large language model, what is Gen AI, you can go for Google or ChatGPT. They will tell you lots of tutorial you can find. Okay, generally these steps I will teach in my class. Here I try to
Jadi yang orang
yes, here I try to make you understand that how we can use to write our technical document, to write our research paper using these kind of model. Okay, how it will help us. Okay, how we can say that yes, I use these model in our data set. Okay, okay. For that, the things that I have discussed, lots of pre-trained models are there. Okay, the big companies already, OpenAI, Google, Facebook, they already developed lots of models and they provide, and we can use them using API. And they use a lots of time, resources, okay, money, okay. Yes, tell me, Bala. Raise hand. Why?
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask a question with regard to, some people used to be lazy when writing papers. They used to
terakhir
uh,
question.
get questions and get the answers directly from LLMs and put it on research papers. How implicative was that one without paraphrasing?
Okay, the research paper from LLM.
Yeah, they just get the questions directly to LLMs and they just get the input and put it on research papers as they write up without
Yes,
even paraphrasing
yes,
languages.
and that thing I explained in my first session, that if you write something from LLM or generative AI, then you have to use your skill, your brain on that stuff, because that stuff is not reliable. Okay, may or may not. You have to first of all, you cannot publish such kind of document over internet, because the research community cannot accept it. You have to get help from that. Okay, but you could not use entire things for your research or for your actual purpose. Okay, okay. For general examples, I will tell you that for chat gpt or llm models, their documents are not verified. Okay, you have to verify it. You cannot use directly. That's why we repeatedly told you, you only getting help from them. Okay, suppose you want to convert your table into text. Okay, then the code will be there, and after analyzing code, since you know, then you verify that yes, this is output is correct, your code is correct, and you can verify it. Similarly, if any document will come, then you have to read. Okay, you have to rewrite according to your need, and then after go for next step. If you want to go for publication or you want to show something, okay, but you have to use your skill there. You cannot write. And I saw lots of people, lots of students gave me such kind of document. Okay, at the end I will reject them. Okay, because I will tell you it's okay. Help, getting help is okay. Okay, but directly use that content and paste, and you did not understand what you are pasting. Okay, and then this is the bad thing. Okay, we have to work on that, and I will tell these things. Okay, is it okay, or do you want more clarification?
No, thank you, sir. It's clear.
Yes, do not use that document. Okay, only getting help from them, from that kind of platform. Okay, okay. Now we have, but suppose we want to use this pre-trained model, like we have already model, we have developed a model. Suppose. Okay, then you may give to other those who has less resource, or they cannot train the model. It may be that you have a good computer, good resource, you train, then you give that model to your friend, or okay, or some hospital, some what I say, some organization, if it's a startup like kind of thing, and if you develop such a good mitigation technique in cyber security, then you may provide that, yes, I did, this is my model, you can use it. Okay, and they can use, suppose you mitigate ransomware, they may use your model. Okay, and since this is pre-trained, okay, they can use. But suppose they are using, but they have a little bit different scenario, different situation that you have trained. Okay, because you generated your traffic, you have one public available data set downloaded, and according to that, you have developed the model. But the fellow, the friend that you gave him your code, your model, they may have a little bit different scenario. Okay, in this case, what he can do, he can use your model, okay, and then put their specific information, a specific network situation, and and fine tune your model using their situation. Okay, and this is called fine tuning with their situation. Okay, at the specific context in which they reduce their time, resource, everything you already generated, or the company gave you the model, you only fine tune the model and use accordingly. Okay, that's why nowadays we are using lots of pre-trained model after fine tuning. Okay, then it will produce the result according to you. Just like suppose a student, it's grade 8 students. Okay, and you want to train him to pass class 9, then the pre-trained model is there up to grade 8. It's pre-trained, we know. We have to teach only class 9 mathematics, and then after it can be appear the exam and it can pass like that. Okay, recent news, or what is the help for this? The first help, this is the state of the art results, because the company already published publicly. Okay, the results are very genuine, you can use that model and generate the result, and there is no problem related to data handling. It's ethical because already companies have used that data with their permission of data owner. That's why no need to worry about that. And of course, it's accelerate our innovation, because up to class 8 it's already done. We need only class 9 stuff. Okay, like that we can understand. And similarly, recent news, the Google AI has fine tuned the Gemini 2.0, and it's build a coding assistant kind of AI tool. Okay, the Gemini 2.0 is already developed. This is pre-trained model. Google only fine tune using a good data set, and then it say that my solution is the very good. Similarly, you can also fine tune with your own, and you may say that yes, this is a good model. Okay, like that we are going to use the things. Okay, since we have data set, we try to implement this thing how we can do with own. Okay, but before that you must understand that if you want to use LLM or some platform where the pre-trained models are there, okay, then you must have some kind of if some kind of accessing key are there, you must generate the key. and then use. Suppose you are working on Colab, okay, that we did a lots of code, and here you want to use some LLM kind of model or mass language model. Then you must have some keys to access it, okay. And then if you want to publish in your data on some platform like Hugging Face, or you want to use some pre-trained model using Hugging Face, PyTorch or TensorFlow, then you have to get access from there, either using Python because it's inbuilt. They may call a lots of pre-trained model, or you may get some key for that to access that pre-trained model. Okay, either way you can do. Um, Here we are going to use simple things so that we can understand at least how we can use. We are not going to perform some correlate with Hugging Face or OpenAI. Okay, it may take another session. Okay, if possible, then I will take another session for that. How to use that OpenAI or Hugging Face, how we can build our model on Hugging Face platform. But here, my intention to explain the things so that you can use in your technical document to work on your data set, okay, so that we can show some results. And then after we will think about the more steps if I get some more session, okay, in future. Okay, now to understand these things, the pre-trained model, how we can use, where we can use. I gave you some link you may find over internet. Okay, lots of links are there. In this from these platforms you can find lots of pre-trained model. But the things are that if you want to use, then you must perform two steps. First, you get the pre-trained model is fine. Okay, you can get it. But after that, since they already developed the model using millions, billions of parameters, but it's not useful for your purpose. I will show you how. Okay. Suppose chat GPT also there are lots of pre-trained model there. But for a specific, for your purpose, it's not good. General, it's okay. It will give you lots of general question answers, but for your specific question, you have to fine tune. Okay, fine tune that model. Okay, and we can do very easily because the OpenAI provide a lots of APIs with different kind of models, pre-trained models. Okay, and remember, we cannot use one pre-trained model for each purpose. Okay, suppose you want to summarize your data, for that you have another model. If you want to detect a face, for that you have another model. It means according to your need, you have to find out the model. Their search option is there in the platform. In each platform, they have search option. You can find, you can search the pre-trained model and then use. And the second step, you have to fine tune. Fine tune either if you have your data set, okay, suppose network trafficking, okay, you generated by your own tool that you have installed, okay, and that traffic is related to your region, okay, and this is good for fine tuning. You can find a pre-trained model that can mitigate or that can predict ransomware, suppose, okay, but for a specific your trafficking that was not trained, they trained general traffic, lots of millions of traffic, but not for your traffic. Okay, in this case, you have to use your captured data, okay, that I saw in the beginning of this session, that one guy has been captured the data, and then you fine tune, and then the model will work very perfectly for you. I will show you, I will demonstrate you how what I am telling you. Okay, but first let's understand the things, okay, that what we want to do. And here some challenges are also there. If you want to use the pre-trained model, then you may face these challenges and you have to uh, discuss, you have to mention these things, like if it has overfitting problem, okay, that for a general purpose it's okay, but for your purpose it may not okay. That's why you have to do domain mismatch. It's also happen. Model selection is a challenging work. You have to find out a good pre-trained model that's used for you. Okay, lack of interpretability, it means it's a kind of black box. They already train. Now you cannot do there in the pre-trained model, but you can fine tune. Okay, you can do after that, but before that process you cannot do anything. Okay, continuous learning, because the pre-trained model already trained. Okay, after that lots of things occurs. You have to either you fine tune or you may do some kind of transfer learning. Okay, lots of things are there you can do. Okay, then some licensing and legal consideration may be there. Okay, that's why we have to take care. Computational cost, the fine to training and fine tuning of pre-trained model is computationally expensive. That's why I say that you can do these things generally on Colab, okay, or other platform. It's difficult to handle by your system if the model is too heavy, too complex. Okay, these kind of challenges it has. We have to, and then some guidelines to use pre-trained model. Okay, we have to choose a framework. Either you go for TensorFlow, PyTorch, Hugging Face, or other platform. Okay, where you can use it. Okay, and then explore pre-trained model repository. You may explore it to understand the things and understand the model architecture. Okay, if you use any pre-trained kind of model, okay, to demonstrate your technical stuff, then first of all you must describe the architecture of the that pre-trained model. Okay, architecture means they use some kind of because all are, suppose AI model are there, but all are AI model, how we can distinguish. Okay, we can find out the architecture, what kind of architecture is there. You can distinguish with architecture. They have different kind of layers, they have different kind of models, components, and they also have different kind of training phase. Okay, in this way you can find out that differentiate between different models, and you have to write the specification of that model, and then you can use. Okay, this is the important thing. You have to write down the model specification, okay, before using the model. Okay, and then data preparation, fine tuning, this is optional. Then inference and evaluation, deployment, ongoing monitoring and update, ethical and regulatory consideration. These things you have to do before use of pre-trained model. Okay, okay, these things are there, but our focus to how to use it. Okay, now the platform, if you want to use a PyTorch pre-trained model, then you can use either they have a same name or they may have different. You have to go on that platform, okay, and find out in their library that how many models are there, what kind of models are there, and what kind of model do you want to use. Okay, suppose in Torch, in PyTorch, Torch Vision library is there, and it has a lots of pre-trained model like image specification, RESTnet. Okay, if you try to use RESTnet, okay, that is pre-trained image classification model. Then first of all, you have to mention about RESTnet. Okay, what is the model, what is the architecture inside RESTnet? Okay, suppose VGG, then VGG has different architecture, structure you have to mention. Okay, before using any kind of model. But you must understand that different model has different kind of work. Okay, or if it has the same kind of work, then you have to compare with your data set that what is the difference between them. Okay, suppose image classification, you have ResNet, VGG, AlexNet, DenseNet, and if you want to object detection, then for that you have different kind of model. Okay, but image classification you have 4 5 models. You have to, you may use 2 3 the most popular models. Okay, and then compare your result, then what is the effect on your result. Okay, and then object detection, you have faster RCNN, yellow, Okay, semantic segmentation, you have different style transfer, text detection, super resolution. It means why I'm telling these models, because you must understand that you can use pre-trained model as per your need. Okay, do not think that only one pre-trained model is there and you are going to use. Suppose you heard that ResNet is there and you use ResNet for all purpose. No. Okay, for each purpose you have different model you have to find on the platform. Okay, how you can use the model, the platform already defined, how you can use codes already given. If not, you can find over Google, or you may go for ChatGPT or another AI tool to generate Python code to access that model. Okay, this is an example to access the ResNet 50. Okay, only you have to import torchvision.model as models, and it will give you the models. For some model, you need some access key that I told in the previous slides. Okay, and if you have the access key, then from that platform you can access that model. Okay, suppose Hugging Face, if you want to use some mass language model, then what you can do, you have to log in Hugging Face, and then you have to generate a key, and if you provide the key, then you can use that. It's an easy process. Okay, you can find over internet. If not, then I will explain if I get any chance to take another session in this summer school. Okay, otherwise after summer school we will meet and we will discuss on that. These are the very easy process. Okay, okay. Now if you want to use this TensorFlow, this is also popular platform. Okay, then you can use TensorFlow Hub, and here you can find lots of model. Okay, uh, okay, to use like image classification, object detection, text, and many more. It's very popular. Okay, like image classification. Here ResNet also there. Okay, but it has 50, 101, 150. Okay, these kind of variations are there. And in PyTorch, you saw the ResNet, they also have a different variant. Okay, or they may have a same accessing accessing for different platform also. Okay, but you have to understand that you can use different platforms, and then you have to find out the appropriate model. Okay, pre-trained model, and then you can use in your purpose. Okay, uh, and this is the Mobinet that is going to be accessed in TensorFlow platform. And for that you have to do first first line is very important because it's going to use the platform, the TensorFlow hub. Okay, and using this platform you can access this Mobinet model. Okay, and again to accessing this thing you can get lots of helping code. Okay, helping example. You can run first simple example. Okay, and then after go for your data set or big data set that you have. Okay, first run the example. Try to do these things on your Colab, because on your system if you try to run, then you have lots of libraries dependencies and it may give some error. Okay, though we can solve it, but we have less time to learn these things. That's why I told you to work on Colab to run these things. Okay, now the Hugging Face, it's a very popular platform nowadays. Okay, please see this site, log in and place your code so that you can share with your interviewers or some person or collaborator. Okay, and here also you can use lots of many models, data set. You can find lots of things here. Okay, as I told you, if I get next another session, I will explain this thing. But here I will use a simplest way so that you can use these things in your technical document. Okay, to write technical document. Here, suppose a BERT pre-trained model. This is a very widely used. Okay, it's a less capability than ChatGPT, but initially it's very popular. Okay, for natural language processing. It's designed the context and meaning of words in the sentence by considering both the left and right context. There are various pre-trained BERT model available, and they are the fine-tuned as per a specific NLP task. Okay. Now, one example here in the Hugging Face library, okay, how you can first use pip install transformer, and then after that you can this transformer that is based on Hugging Face, okay, you can use this, you can load this pre-trained model, and after that you can tokenize it, or do the things that you can do on text data set, okay, inference, and then fine tuning you can do, and different NLP tasks you can perform, okay. Okay, and the new version of this BERT, you may go for BART. Okay. Why I'm telling you go for BART? Because this is a new version. Okay, and it's a combination of this BERT and ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT 1, and use this model, pre-trained model, and check what is the accuracy in your data set. Okay, and you can see BERT is 110 million parameter, and ChatGPT 1 has 1.17 million, and BERT is the combination of both. Now you can see the power of this BERT pre-trained model. Okay, and as I told you, to go to use any model, you must go the details of the model. Okay, I will give you the link. You can find the link. I also mention the content from this link. You go and read each layer. What's the specification for the, okay, especially it has three blocks: multi-attention block, addition and normalization block, feed forward layers. Okay, but in your technical document, as I told, you have to mention it, and then after you have to find out each layer either in this site if given, or you may go for ChatGPT and find out what is the layer of BART model. Okay, and mention the things, everything, and explain in your words. Again, I am telling you, you may get help from different sites, different research papers, existing papers, different AI-based tool like ChatGPT. But after that, you have to analyze yourself, okay, and then mention the things, okay, to write down. And here, suppose this part you can use, suppose it's going to find out the fill in the blanks. It means it's kind of fill in the blanks. It is going to find out a word within that sentence. Okay, then you can use it. Now you think that how you can use this kind of pre-trained model, for what purpose, and this is your time to think that what you can do. Like suppose we have hands-on one, okay, we can show you, uh, or you can do, okay, that how you can predict. Suppose the pre-trained model BART is there, but they did not fine tune with floor with flowers, digits, password, name, etc. Now it's your time to pick up a pre-trained model and fine tune accordingly. Okay, suppose one, okay, before example of BART, as I mentioned, you have to write down the every layers. Okay, if you use any kind of pre-trained model like that, and for that you may give support from ChatGPT or any technical document. Okay, look, the formula will be remain same. Suppose softmax is this. Okay, but the writing style, the content, you may change. Okay, you should not copy and paste from any kind of existing paper. You have to use your brain. Okay, you have to use your skill, technical skill, writing skill, and change it. Okay, and try to explain each layer each concept that is mentioned in the pre-trained model that we are going to use. This is important because I will check these things. Okay. And the things about the core stuff like what is softmax, what is multi-head self, these things is the very basic. Okay. If I go in this, then it will take another few sessions. That's why here it's simple thing. You have to uh, use this you have to search this concept, what is encoder decoder, and try to write down. After write down, you may understand that what is the things. Okay, or you may go for some tutorial, some videos on internet. Try to explore yourself because I have very less time to explain everything. Okay, here I am giving you guideline that you have to follow it and you make yourself expertise in this field. Okay, you must understand the mathematics and the architecture behind the model that you are going to use, because these questions will be asked by your interviewer. If you use suppose BART model, then they may ask, then what is the decoder layer? Okay, what kind of components are there? What is softmax? Okay, these things they may ask. Okay, you have to well prepare before that. Okay, using concepts, using latest things in your resume and preparing it, it's a different. Okay, you have to do these things. Now let's go for an example that how we can predict or how we can find any words, any missing words in a sentence using BART model. Okay, and how you can do, it's a simple this code is available on that site. Okay, I am not jumping here from that side because I have to again stop screen sharing and show it. But same thing is there. If you use this link that I gave you, the below link HTTP gigs for gig, you can find this and below that you can find this model, this code. Okay, and try to run this code on Colab. It will run. Okay, I already tested it. That's why I suggest you people to implement it on your Colab notebook, and then after we will see how to use. First, see this explanation. Okay. Now here it's using, because BART is developed by Facebook AI. That's why it's collecting this pre-trained model. It will automatically come. Don't worry. If you run it, it will run. Okay, and then you have to tokenize, as we have discussed about tokenized things in text analysis. Okay, and then we want to suppose in this case I change here the in the site you can find a different text, but here I try to check that is this model, is this pre-trained model, because this is this claim that it has millions of parameter, okay, while training. Then I check that whether it's going to predict my name or not. But of course, if I say that what is my name predict, it cannot predict because they need some kind of supporting words. And that's why from my suggestion, you have to use these models, but you must provide some supportive kind of things so that they can work for you efficiently. Okay, suppose in this case, I want to try my middle name. Okay, I don't want, I do not try to predict my last name. Okay, because last name is very typical. It's very difficult to predict the name. But of course, we can predict how, I will explain. But first, see here, I want to predict my middle name. And how to predict, you have to use mask. Either this or you may use this square bracket. Both will work. Okay, it means this mask is already trained by this BART model that if it find any mask word, then it's going to predict, it's going to replace it word with the appropriate word. Okay, and here I want to see that what is the word. Okay, if I run it, then okay, this code is available, don't worry, you can find over internet. Okay, and after running this code, in my lab even, if 50 students are there, 45 students got Kumar, Kumar. Okay, it means this model is working. Okay, this model is predicting. But some of the students are not able to find. They some another Roy or some words are there. Okay, because what is the reason? Why it's suppose 90% accuracy is there, then why 90% accuracy? Though we are saying that this part model is very powerful, it has a lots of parameters while training, but the accuracy is 90%, because this model is trained for general purpose things. Okay, they have a lots of Wikipedia, Facebook, okay, online books. They train using that kind of a stuff, but they did not train, though they have trained with few names. Okay, but they specifically with my regional kind of name, they are not trained. Okay, it means if you want to use this model and you want to predict my name or even my surname, then you have to do some fine tuning that we have discussed. Fine tuning with what? Suppose we want to mention the name, suppose we want to predict the name, then you have to fine tune with the name kind of data set. That is the belongs to that region. Okay. Suppose Indian names, if you want to predict even India, you have a lots of different states. If you want to in states, you have districts. Okay, if you want a particular kind of name pattern, then you must feed or you must train with that data set. Okay, suppose you train with Indian kind of name data set, fine tune, and you want to predict some South African names, then again the accuracy will be low. Okay, I mean to say that you have must have a specific kind of data set to make this pre-trained model very efficient. Okay. Now then, the second thing, after that, using this, because this is a kind of mass language model that we are going to find a kind of mask. Okay. And why I am dragging you in this direction? Because you can see in our text, in our data set, we also want to predict whether the attack is there. This is a normal traffic, okay, or uh, or uh, or what kind of attack is there. It means some kind of prediction is there. If we feel as a mask, then your model is going to predict, and that's why I am telling that to go for this, okay, and use this mask language model, okay, and 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 predict that what is the how you can mitigate the cyber threat if it's going to uh, tell you about what kind of attack is there. Okay, for that in mass language model you have to use that mass kind of thing, and you have to fine tune if you want. Okay, suppose here it's going to, as I told you, one sentence is there, and it has to build different parameters using this. Okay, first it's going to feel it, think, then this. Okay, and accordingly they are going to train and learn. This already done. Okay, it's already done, and according to that they are going to find out the mask value. Okay, and the ML pattern model are repeat millions of times across vast amount of text data, and therefore it's very difficult to perform on your system. Okay, it's going to repeatedly test. Okay, that I told you one sentence, but it can generate a lots of rows from this. Allow the model to learn pattern, grammar, and syntactic relationship in the language. Okay, and for more detail you can go, as I told you, I gave you the link. Okay, and read it so that you can write efficiently in your technical document. Okay, now application, it had it's lots of applications are there using mass language model. You can use in healthcare, search engine, customer support. Okay, so that you can find out the disease. Okay, Suppose we can do fine tuning with cancer data set, because again, this is the general purpose model, the pre-trained model. If you want to find some cancer kind of things, then you have to fine tune with cancer data set. If you want brain tumor, MRI, then you have to fine tune. Okay. And then after fine tuning, your pre-trained model will be very efficiently tell. Search engine, they also, suppose you want to network analysis, then you have to analyze. Okay. You have to fine tune with your network good traffic. Okay. And then it's going to predict what kind of attack is there or not. Okay. Like that, you can use it's very efficiently. And again, customer support, you have to fine tune with global supply chain data set if you have, and accordingly your model will perform. Okay. Okay. Now, popular mask language model, some popular mask language model are there, but you can find the appropriate from the platform. You have to go there, like Hugging Face platform, and then you search there that what you want to do. Suppose you want to do face recognition or mask, then you search that field mask kind of pre-trained model. A lots of pre-trained model you can find, but you may select the popular one that most of people are using nowadays. You use that model and then apply on your data set. Okay, these are few the top models are there. Okay, now fine tuning. For fine tuning, this site is very good. Okay, it's talking about LLM course. It's a Hugging Face. Okay, you can go in this site and then uh, learn how to use this mass language model. Okay, and as I told you, if you go in this platform, suppose Hugging Face platform is there, and if you type field mask, then you can get a lots of models are there, and among them you can get po- popular models. Okay, BART model is there. Okay, lots of there, it's used 66 times. Okay, 100 times. According to that, you use and check that what's the effectiveness of the model. Okay. Okay, and then suppose how we can fine tune. The another question is this. Okay, then we have some code that that available in this site. Okay, you can go and check this site. Lots of codes are there here, and in this code, what they try to do. Okay, see again, I'm telling you, I am giving you guideline here so that you can use these things in our data set. Okay, see. Suppose you use a pre-trained model, suppose this model you are going to use, okay, then it's going to feel some, it's going to find out some value about mass, okay, and our expectation that we want something from movie related, okay, movie related. But what happens if you feed this text as I saw you, okay, or you may find in this site the codes are there. Codes are available. Codes, Python codes are available. You can use it on your Colab. It will work. Okay. Now, if you provide this text and then we want to find the top 5 outputs. Okay. Generally, what happens? They will give you top the first the highest value that given by your model. But what we try to do here in this code, we want to find out the top 5 outputs. Okay, that what is the top 5 mask value. Okay, and here you can find that if you feed this text value in your pre-trained model, that is distilled bird. Okay, codes are there. I told you, if you go in that link, you can find. Then you can see the output is deal, success, adventure, idea, feed, like that. But our intention to find out the movie related, but they are not giving. This is the original model. Okay, you did not do anything. Why we find this? Is this expected? Yes, this is expected. Why it's expected? Because this model is trained with Wikipedia, book corpus, dataset. Okay, and that's why the output is related to this. Okay. But now we want this pre-trained model that's already available, okay, to work with our purpose. And what we want to do? We want to develop a model that predict that the movie is what kind of movie is this, okay, or related to some movie, okay. Then what we have to do? We can use a data set. What data set? It depends on you. But in general, you can see that IMDb dataset is very popular. Okay, you can use it. And where you can find this dataset, you can find over internet, Kaggle, or this Hugging Face platform also has a lots of dataset you can directly use from Hugging Face also. Okay, and the code are given as I told you. After fine tuning, okay, you please go and see the fine tuning code so that you can understand. After doing fine tuning, okay, the output, if you do the same code and find the output, then you can find the output is different. Okay, now that thing I want to uh, point out, that how it's different. If you use the model directly, then it may not perform well. Though it's very good, they have a lots of parameters while training, but it's not for your purpose, but not for your specific task. Okay, and here you can understand what's the need for fine tuning. Okay, and how you can fine tune. Again, it's your skill, how you are going to train your already trained model. Okay, how you are going to train it again. If you have good data set, then your fine-tuned model will perform very effectively. And these things you have to check and write down your document that how efficiently it will be. Okay, and for that one values is there, pre-flexibility you can find in that site. Okay, for that value you can say that yes, your model is fine-tuned model is better than the pre-trained or not. Okay, they compare everything. Suppose for example in our data set that we have just in the first session, we have saw how to convert our tabular to text, because this mass language model needs text kind of data. Okay, and that's why we have to convert our all numerical data that we had. Okay, in our data set, it's going to convert into text. Okay, now here what's our plan? Our plan to find out these two mask value. See, these two, because according to data set, okay, some value will be there. Okay, first we have to check that whether the output is correct or not. Okay, and then we can think about fine tuning or something. Okay, suppose BART model is there that I show you, and this code you can find, and that side, this side, as I told you. Okay, this side you can find the code, use this code and fine tune. As they fine tune with IMDb dataset, you can see the IMDb dataset is there. Similarly, you have to change your dataset and then you can find with your. But if you pass this text without fine tuning pre-trained model, that is BART model, then the result will be like this. Now you see, is this your expected result? Mask and they predict this value. I'm going to show top 5 values and you can find neither of them is correct. This is instead of attack or normal, it's giving application instance activity failure blocking. And here at the end, instead of finding the type of the attack, they are doing simple stuff that is related to your Wikipedia book corpus like that. Okay, now same issue is here. If you think that you are using a pre-trained model, okay, and most of you usually use that API and say that yes, I develop a model. But this is wrong, okay, because the accuracy is not correct. Okay, though they are predicting something, suppose to predict your face or face detection pre-trained models are there. You can use API, okay, but that face detection algorithm is for general purpose, general use, okay, general, but it's not for your specific area. Suppose you want to develop a webcam to identify a face about near about your college or your region, okay, or your vicinity. Then that model, the see the effect of pre-trained model. That model will not guess accordingly. But if you fine tune with a local face of that region, then it's a high chance that they can detect. Okay. Similarly, here in your data set, you have to first check out that whether these things is happening or not in your collab. Okay. Use the code that is provided in the site. Okay, use your tabular data set, convert into text and feed and check what is the output. And then after you do fine tuning and check that after that what is the output. Okay. Okay. Now, if you want to do something more with fine tuning, then you may go for some tuning with hyperparameters, like you can change learning rate. As you remember in one of my session, I gave you that how you can fine tune your hyper parameters. Okay, the different values will be there, and then the model detect a best parameter from that. Okay, here also you can change the values with hyper parameters, and then after you can check that what is the effect, whether it's effect or not. Okay, you may try it. Okay, for learning rate, batch size, seed optimizer, number of epochs, you may try a lots of experiment. Try to do lots of things so that you can understand, okay, whether it's useful or not, but at least one time you should do. Okay, and this is the things that we must understand before doing. Now let's check our code, that it's working or not. Okay, sorry. Okay, some questions are there. Okay, the PDF to crucial to okay. Okay, is there any question? After that I will say. Just see like
पंखा भी बंद हो गया पंखा बंद हो गया अरे अरे
okay. Now any question, please tell me. These questions, mass level can use to perform. I tried to explain this thing, that you have to do something new or something interesting, so that you can show something extra. Okay. I know that I explained something very recent things that very few people very few people perform these kind of operations. But why I am explaining it? Because these are the new things. You have, if you do little bit, then you may write your technical documents very effectively. Okay. Now, what is this mass level token? Interest making them useful service by detecting. Okay. Now, this first you have to try to understand what I try to tell you. Okay, and then use these things on your system. Let me show you, so that after that I can share your share the collab and you can understand the things. Okay. This. Where is the collab? Okay, day 5. Okay. uh, I have, okay, here you can see, I think everyone can see this. Okay, since you are going to convert uh, use some kind of things where you are going to search from the text. Okay, that's why this regular expression is useful to learn. Okay, and it will, if you use import re, then it can import. And as I mentioned that the things are here, a little bit things that I think you know. If don't know, then you use this code, run it, to try to understand how it's going to match it. Okay, and explanation is there. Quite, I also explained that time, but more explanation you go for this. Okay, because it's not possible to explain everything in today's session, but I gave you the link so that you can go and read about the regular expression. Okay, and how many functions are there. We are using here search. Okay, only search, but you have a lots of functions. If you need, then you can use. We can also use split. I hope you remember. We also use split. Okay, but here one by one, you please read it so that you can understand how it's going to work. And then after, at the end, you can also see the different characters. Okay, meta character, what is the use? You can see this character, this square bracket. Okay, what is the meaning of this? This question mark. Okay, the star. I hope you know this thing, but you must go in this site and understand what is the things and how we can find any pattern in the text, because you are going to use it. Okay, and then after, you have some concepts about numpy. Okay, you must understand that we have I told you about reshaping. Okay, some concepts are there which is very important for particular data type. Okay, for numpy array, you can reshape it, as we have reshaped that from 16 into 16 data points, we reshape into 4 into 4. Similarly, if you have suppose data points 9, then you can reshape into 1:9 or 3:3, like that, the factor of this, so that it can give that much of data point. This is the very important point. If you want to reshape, the data point must be same. Okay, suppose here 1 into 9, it should be 9 only. Okay, it should not be less or more. Okay, okay, and then you can see the operations. Please do this thing and get the experience yourself. If you are not able to understand, please go Google it. But the reshape means you have to reshape the same array, the NP array that is provided, and you can generate different kind of shape. But must make sure that the generated shape must have same data points, same elements. Okay, and you can perform a lots of operation there. Okay, and here we convert the data point is there 9, but we want to transpose it, and then after we want to add, we can do very effectively in numpy. Okay, we have to transpose it. Okay, it's into 9 into 1, and then after we have to add, it will give you this much of information. Okay, very efficiently you can do. Suppose you want to generate 2 cross 2 with random number. You have to generate random number. Okay, and then fill 2 cross 2, it will give you this. Okay, you can see two rows here 1 and 2, and then after you can see the 2 columns. Okay, similarly you can see if you want 2 cross 3 cross 4 matrix, then you simply write 2 comma 3 comma 4, and here you can see 2 rows here, 1 2, and inside 2 you can see 3. Inside 2, this is the first and this is the second. Okay, and inside first it's a 3, and then another row you can see another 3, and after that at the end it's a 4, you can see the 4 columns. Okay, in this way it's going to be work. Again here you want to fill some value with some value, then you can write here 2. Okay, this value is going to be filled, either you fill with random number, you can see here. Kindly do this and analyze that what I am doing here. Okay, here we are putting random value and here the value is 2. It means the matrix that is going to be generated, that is 2 cross 3 cross 4 cross 5, this matrix is going to be filled by 2. It may be your own value if you want, but how it's represent? It is represent, first is you can see 2 row. Can you see from here to here? 2 row from here to here. So 1, and then from here to here is the second one. Okay, and inside 1 you can find 3. Okay, inside 1 you can find 3. See here, 1 2 3. Okay, and inside 3 you can find 4. Now you can find 4. Okay, and inside 4 you can find 5. You can see here. Okay, in this way you must understand the things, how it's going to represent. Okay, how it's going to be reshaping. This is the important concept. If you not able to understand this time, again do some practice, some examples. Okay, you go for more details over internet. Now another important stuff is about string. Okay, suppose if you use this. Okay, suppose I want to okay, if you want, then comment it and use this. Okay, then it will give you error. It is not going to generate the list. Okay, see, error is there. It means now you can understand that if you have the things, okay, then how string is going to be helped. Using this, you can make a list, okay, and then after you convert what you want to do. Okay, now here you can find, okay, the list has been generated. Okay, now some error may come while doing your code. Okay, the another thing, you must understand the data type. Okay, before running function. If you run suppose incompatible with data type, then you cannot do. See, you are going to use list. This is the list. Okay, I hope if you don't understand what I'm telling, go my previous session and watch what is the list and uh, numpy and everything. Here you can see we are using data type. This is not going to use here. It's not defined. It's for your data frame. Okay, there you can use D type. You cannot use here. You can use here type. Okay, if you type, then it's going to give you the list type. Okay, and in list type you can see that the list 6 label. You can see here this one. The value is 1 0. Then you say that why it's a list? It's the integer value. Why it's giving list? See, the list 6 label is a list, okay, which contains the different values. It may be string, it may be integer, or it may be mixture of this, any kind of value. Okay, it means the total things is the list. Inside the list you can find that this is the integer. How you can find inside? Suppose I want to test this data, that what is this, integer or string. If you find this, then it will be string. But how we can find? You have to select first list and then go for index 0 or index 1. See here what I did. List level, list 6 level 0, and then it is integer. It means you have to understand about data types to perform any kind of operation. Okay, and suppose you want to add this one and this will give you error, because this is list is there, list is same. Okay, both are list type, but they cannot add because this is integer and this is a string. Okay, this cannot be add. You have to typecast it. Okay, Now dictionary we also studied, but here we can find that how we can create the 2D kind of data set. Suppose we want to store, okay. Suppose source IP, destination IP. These are the, you can see it's look like that we have generated source ID, okay. Now you directly put the list that you have generated, and it will create you a dictionary, okay, with key and value. And that is the thing that we have learned, okay, in this way. And if you type it, what kind of type this data dictionary, you can find the dictionary, okay. Now the another thing important, how to create table using pandas data frame, okay. It's simple. Either you use this dictionary is already there, and in dictionary you can find that we have defined this key. Key will be your column number, column name, and then after the values is go inside the rows, and you can see directly you can convert. Why we are converting? Because we have a lots of operation on data frame that cannot be done by dictionary, okay. That's why we are going to change uh, the data type, okay. And here you can type, you can see it is already converted, okay. And here if you use type, then it's give you, this is a data frame, but you can use here D type. Now see here D type will work, but if you use this on list or numpy or dictionary, this will not work, okay. And here it's give you what kind of data type for each column, and object type. It's this contains a string or integer. It's a mixture kind of thing, okay. And the overall data type is object, because they have mixture of the data set, okay. Now according to the data type, you can use the functions that I told. Here if you type column, then it will give you columns, okay. And you can find the data, okay, using this. You can reduce it. And now the code that I showed you, that how to convert table into sentence, this is given here, okay. We converted it here, okay, you can see. And after converting, you have to save the data set, okay. You have to save it like my data text, so that you can use it after that. And then you can see what is the data in text. We have a different text and label, accordingly label is there. And then we convert our sentence to row of a sentence. We can find out first the important row, important column, what kind of column we want, and keep in form a key. And then after we find out different kind of data from the text that we have generated from here, okay. They are going to search. Usually we are going to do here search operation. That's why search function is used. But as I show you, you have a lots of options. You can do accordingly. And then after we can convert into, you can see, okay. Now network traffic data into image representation. These things I have explained. I will give you this Colab so that you can use this code. And then after, this is our data set, okay. We are going to perform these things on our data set. And here you can see the data set first is going to convert into string, okay. And after string, you can see this string is there, okay, for first row, okay. And then we have to save it. See, these things you have to do and write the steps what you are doing. And then the column to text, okay. And after that, what you can do, convert the paragraph to row. If you want to convert this, you can also do this, okay. How many paragraphs you want, because we know that this much of columns are there. We want this much of column from this data, then you can also convert it, okay. And we can also convert into image our data set, okay. The sample code I gave you here, this is the things, okay, that from, see, you can see the data set that we have used throughout the session, that is train test network. We are going to convert. This is for entire network. You can see here the 0 to 2 lakhs, sorry, it's a sample. Here is the sample and here is the columns, okay, 44 columns. Can you see here? This shows the entire data set network traffic in an image, but as per your need, what you want to use, you can also use with separate separate image, okay, and we are going to generate the separate image and you can store it, okay, all image will be saved. And after that, what you can do, this is the, and then we have to use our mask language model data on the security data set. And here, as we told you, the codes are there. I will also provide you, but it's from that link you can see, okay, same codes are there. And you can see we are using this model, and it has very powerful model, lots of parameters are there while training. And now our correct mask value is this. I replace with, see, I only for testing purpose I put this mask here and mask here, and this mask is a tag, and this mask I expected that backdoor, okay. But this time this pre-trained model cannot predict, and the proof is there. I run it, and I found this value, okay. The values are different that I show you in my PPT, okay. Now what you have to do, you have to do the fine tuning, okay, that I gave you the link, you can find, and then check is there output or not. This is your work. I can also do, but I think that you people will do because I explain everything, okay. And write down these steps one by one in your technical document and share with me as soon as possible. And from tomorrow, okay, you will get a new a new step where you try to find out what kind of idea you can get, okay, from the recent research field, and the speakers will explain you about the recent thing, okay. And then you modify your technical documents accordingly, okay. I may or may not take your class, but I will check your technical document that you are going to share, or those who already shared, okay. And I will write my comment so that you can update accordingly. Those who did not able to understand anything in my sessions, see my video that already shared, and try to do something, okay. Try to develop at least one good technical document so that you can produce before anyone, okay. Now if you have any doubt, any question, then please tell me, okay. I skip some part that that uh, that the fine tuning part, yes, I did not show, but I gave you the link. You can go on that link, the fine tuning things are there. In case if you have any kind of error, okay, it's not running on Google Colab, then of course you already shared with the Colab. I will see that what kind of error is there, and I try to remove it. But I hope you will not get any kind of error, okay. But one place you may get, okay, I will see if you get any error, okay. Now any question, please ask.
Sir, can you just repeat what you said about tomorrow? What we have to do from tomorrow? I just got disconnected for
Yes,
a while.
tomorrow this is the different part. As I mentioned in my first session that first part I am going to explain how data science is going to use in cybersecurity. Second part, Professor Rishikesh already explained how to use the tools of cybersecurity, okay, to generate the network traffic. Now the third part is going to start from tomorrow. Different faculty from NIT, from foreign, they explain about their research points, or they may explain that what kind of research is going on, and you have to find out from their talk that what kind of problem you will select, okay, and accordingly you modify this technical document, okay.
Okay,
Suppose someone told about blockchain, then you must careful. Do not only listen or you have to ask question that how you can do, how you can perform, what is the new things is there, what kind of things we can collaborate with cyber security. You have to ask. You must be curious so that you can find some latest idea, latest problem.
okay, sir.
Understand?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Hmm. Other more? Any other question? And try to use this MLM model. This is a new in data science. Okay, this is not perfect, I know. Okay, some of you raise question that why I am telling you. Since this is new, that's why I am telling you. Okay, if any field is saturated, that means all lots of work has been done. Then what you will do? You only copy paste from the work. That's why I'm telling you. This is the new thing. You apply your little bit of skill that we learn in this platform, and try to develop something new. Okay, try to think. Okay, explore the things. Okay. If you have any confusion, any doubt, please ask. Otherwise, you may ask your confusion in your overleaf or collab. Okay, so that I can read and. Of course, I will help you a lot if you continue put your effort in that technical document. I try to help you, but those who did not share yet, try to share. Otherwise, I cannot do anything with you. You only attend the session and then after it's off and that's on. No, you have to do something. Okay, and the importance of that paper publication. I also show you that nowadays people are sharing their code with the recent article that they have published on that. Okay, and that will be very effective. Okay, is there any? Please share the collab. Yes, I will share the collaborative. Don't worry. Okay. And again, related to coding, basic coding, you have to find out over internet, okay, or chat GPT or any YouTube videos. These are the uh, these are the things you can do, okay. But try to do some output, okay. Do not learn and sit idle, okay. Okay. If you have question, then ask me. Otherwise, we will meet online or some other day. May I leave or do you have any question? Okay.
ହେଲା ସେଟା ଗୋଟେ ଆଉ ତ ଉପାୟ ନାହିଁ ନା ଯାହା ତ ଏଇଠି ପଡୁ ଯୋଉଠି ପଡୁ ଏମିତି ତ ସାର୍
Sir, Satya sir.
Sumit sir, can you stop here or you will continue?
No, stop because no one has question. Okay.
Okay.
I
Okay, definitely. We'll be in touch with all of the students and
Yes.
students are also less. So I'm stopping here. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank
I'm
you.
going to stop here.
Hmm.
Thank you. Thank you, Sumit sir. Again, we'll touch with the student.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All the students.